Hey, this is MassX with a brand new One Punch Man the Strongest video, and we have our rerun, our first SSR Plus rerun coming. Yes, it is. It's Child Emperor. But is this a character at this point that you should be pulling for, especially if you skipped it the first time around? Well, let's be blunt here, okay? We know what is most likely coming. We're going to be getting Metal Bat, and we're going to be getting Geru. Those should be the next two SSR Plus releases coming. On top of that, you've got SSR Plus King hitting this Sunday in the wheel, but that one I don't really count because you're not using your black tickets. So what should you be planning on for? Well, most people probably have already gone and pulled CK, so you've probably already used up a good chunk of your black tickets. So then you look at Child Emperor. Is he a good character? Yes. Is he a good DPS character? Yes. Is his little doggies awesome with the healing? Yes. But at this point in time, and knowing how and what characters will be coming down, the changes in the meta with Geru Core, this character is one I probably can't recommend. For free to play, definitely move on, especially if you have another DPS, especially if you've got Terrible Tornado or something that you can hang your hat on. Of course, you got CK right now. I would not recommend getting this character at this time. I think you're better served saving if you're free to play, because you're going to really want to get the Geru Core character 100%. Metal Bat, on the other hand, and let's go ahead and talk about him. Now, Metal Bat is a stun and immunity character, constant follow-up, specialized reborn. The character itself, we don't really need to talk about the attack, single target. The ultimate launches consecutive follow-ups against the main target and two enemies with lowest HP. Each target will take 3 consecutive strikes that deal damage by 120% of attack, charge damage by 380% of attack. His passive permanently grants immunity against stun, which is nice, to other allies in his row, grants immunity against extra damage to himself from round 3. And his Awaken passive triggers Reborn after taking fatal damage, recovers 40% HP before action or when all allies are defeated up to 3 times. After triggering Reborn, launches consecutive follow-up. So he's an interesting character, but there's one major snafu with him. He gets countered hard by Geru. So if we get Metal Bat in January, there's not much of a true meta for him to survive in, because basically what's going to happen to him is the Geru Core prevents units from dying and become immune to damage if enhanced yielding state. So since MB Plus follows up on the lowest HP unit, he'll always attack that unit and it will deal 0 damage, so his follow-ups are effectively rendered useless. So keep that in mind. So right now what we're looking at is we've got Child Emperor right now for the rerun. You've got King, which let's take off the table because it's not black tickets. Then you've got Metal Bat and you've got Geru. Well, if you got CK, you're going to be able to use him for a bit, quite a bit. And if your focus is going to be what's next most important, well, it's without a doubt going to be getting a core character like Geru. So as nice and good as Child Emperor is, and a solid character to me, if you're free to play, very light spender, you hold right now, you keep working on your CK, you focus on getting the Geru Core, knowing that Atomic Samurai SSR Plus is going to be much better in that meta for a multitude of reasons that we'll get into, of course, once that comes closer around, as well as you've got some other big names coming that people might want to get, like, everybody's going to want to Garu, because it's Garu when the SSR Plus comes. But yeah, so to me, this is a hard skip for most, and even spenders, honestly. If you already got him, why develop him more? He's an AoE attacker, so he's taking damage every time against CK because of that. So he is almost hurts your team at times because he's an AoE attacker. So for instance, for me, I dumbed down my Child Emperor. He's not my DPS focal point anymore. I use him. I don't care if he dies. I just want those little doggies to give me some healing. That's what I care about with him. And my sole focal point is on CK, because he's just such an absolute juggernaut. And if you happen to have Boros, as long as you don't get stuck shoving him in front of your opponent's CK, he also helps out a lot to keep people alive in the interim. And when he goes, he goes. So yeah, so to me, this is a hard skip for most. I don't see a reason to get it unless you just want to have the character. Great, go for it. It's a game. That's what you should be doing. But in the end, to me, this is a very hard skip for most, if not all players at this point as a rerun, with anticipation of the Geru core coming. As much as I love Metal Bat, the fact of the matter is, if Geru comes out 1 month later, it really dampers that character. As great as he is, we really need more time in this meta with Bomb to really be able to get the most bang for your buck. So to me, the focus point for most people should be focusing on getting Geru core when it comes out, unless they change the schedule. And right now, they haven't shown any indications of that. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.